Hey Rhody, I'm Elise Major.
And I'm Jenna Kaplan, and this is Hey Rhody Weekly, where we bring the pages of our magazines to life. This week, we're all about July festivals.
We're talking about a really cool little Rhody gem in Newport.
We're gonna go over some pet tips.
And Jenna shares tips about photography.
All that and more coming off stage.
So it's July, and 3 of our 4 cover stories are all about festivals. And I think it's funny because my husband feels like once it's 4th of July, summer is over. But I am like, no, summer is really just starting. And this is when festival season happens.
It is. That is wild.
I know.
Does he explain like why?
I don't know, maybe it goes to childhood or something like, oh no, 4th of July, the fireworks, the summer's over. But no, we're here to tell you summer is just beginning. And there's a bunch of festivals coming up, all featured in the magazine. Nick, can you tell us more about this?
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
kick it over to Nick.
Through the summer, there's all kinds of different festivals. There's food festivals and arts festivals and music festivals. We have a bit of a list here, so I'll just rifle through it quickly and we can talk about them. For the music festivals, we have Newport Classical, which is July 4th to the 21st. Kingston Chamber Music Festival is July 24th through August 4th. Newport Folk Festival is July 26th through the 28th. Then we have arts festivals, which Wickford Art Festival is July 13th through the 14th. Fringe PVD is July 14th through the 27th. Newport Dance Festival is July 17th through the 21st. And then there's just the community festivals, which we have the Cape Verdean Independence Day Festival on July 7th. And Crescent Park Carousel Summerfest, if that's a mouthful, is July 18th through the 21st. So there's all kinds of stuff going on all the way through, even after 4th of July. Can you believe it?
So much to do.
We can, her husband can.
So Jenna, you have put together a list of tips about ways to enjoy festivals even more. Can you share some of those ideas with us?
Oh, yes. So one of like the key things to do to enjoy festivals is to come prepared.
Yeah.
So like, you know, have sunscreen, get some snacks,
Water.
Water, comfortable shoes. And then also, because we all have, well, most of us, like our cell phones on us at all times, bring a portable charger because festivals can be a whole day thing.
That's a great point. There's
You know?
nothing worse than wanting to take photos of something and your battery's down. So that's an excellent tip.
Mm-hmm.
So this summer we have our Rhody Pets feature coming up. What that is a special section that focuses all about, you know, pet care, pet etiquette, and even ways to have fun with your pets if you bring them along to the festivals that allow animals.
The pet section that runs in the summer runs in June, July, and August. There's all different information in all 3 of the months. Lots of interesting stuff that runs throughout the entire thing. From dog etiquette, like we were talking about, to maintaining your pet's health care, holistic approaches with those type of things, low stress vet visits. So there's a lot of stuff that gets covered throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, that's all like really good to know.
Oh yeah, I don't even have pets, but I thought it was fascinating to read about, you know, like tips for preparing your pet for a visit, and just kind of making it like a safe, comfortable space for them. Also, July, I think, is like Pet Hydration Awareness Month or something like that. I heard on the radio that, you know, in the summertime, your car with the windows up can be like 130 degrees. So, I mean, do not leave anyone in a car.
If I see like a dog in a car in the parking lot, I like sit there and wait until like the owner comes.
Yeah, so it's a big deal. So just keep your pet cool, hydrated, get more tips on our Hey Rhody Pet section. And don't forget to use the hashtag Hey Rhody Pets.
Hey Rhody Pets. So actually the back page for July is a stunning picture. You know, it's a dog in a vest He's like kind of doing like a JC Penney photo shoot. So that is put on by We're Here for the Dogs, and they're an organization that they partner up with photographers, and they do these types of photo shoots every month.
That's so sweet.
Just so cute. If there's one thing that we love at Hey Rhody, it's discovering hidden gems. And this month is total, I have never heard about it ever. So can you tell a little bit about it?
Sure, it's Zer Oceanic. And we had written about them, I think like a couple of years ago, actually. A husband and wife started the business during the pandemic, and then I think they started making things in their home and then eventually opened up the studio and shop. And what they do is they take marine goods like, yacht cloth, things like that.
The
like
rope.
Yeah, like marine grade materials, and they turn them into tote bags, different kinds of bags, and they even expanded and make like a backgammon board now. But it's really cool because if you're in Newport, it's just up this little tiny side street. And there's a lot of cool businesses like all in a little row. It would be so easy to miss them. I've popped in before. The studio is right there. And this is kind of a little fun fact is they're in the summer issue of Vogue. They were spotted and one of their bags is included, and they're very excited and proud about that. So I think besides us making them a Rhody gem, I feel like they're on a lot of people's radar nationally right now.
And I love that it started as like a side hustle and then just grew.
Yes, there are so many stories that we have covered exactly like that.
Yeah.
And it's very heartwarming, especially when the business continues and thrives like this one is. So yeah, so don't forget to check out the Rhody gem in the issue, look for Zer Oceanic, and check them out.
And on Instagram, use the Rhody gem hashtag so we can keep discovering more.
I think with our smartphones, we all love taking so many photos, and especially during festival season. So Jenna has written a blog post about, tips about being a good photographer and a nice photographer. Will you share some of those with us, Jenna?
Yeah, of course, because with festivals, they're packed, and you want to stay respectful, and there's ways to do that with the camera.
Yeah, and there's always etiquette tips for if you're doing photography regardless, but this kind of thing, if you're at a festival, it's kind of like street photography where you're trying to capture the moment, the people, the event, what's going on. And if you're going to if a person's going to be your subject and you have to be close to them, good tip is just to ask. If you're in a festival, there's always all kinds of things to play with, whether that be kind of perspective, putting yourself behind something, using your foreground and your background to create something actually really pretty and different.
Golden hour?
Yeah, you can always play with golden hour. Toward the end of the day, you're gonna have your sunset and even sunrise and get a kind of a different perspective, really cool colors in the sky. It sets your scene a little bit differently. It's also gonna throw really interesting shadows. So there's a lot of stuff you can do, and you can also, in a festival, there's a lot going on. There's people moving. There's a lot of big crowds. Using a fast shutter if you're using an actual camera versus a camera phone. Camera phones will typically do this for you, but using a fast shutter will help you kind of freeze the action in place. That way you're not just getting people kind of dragging across your frame. And there's all kinds of stuff to play with, but if you're trying to learn photography, that's a great place to do it because there's a lot of different scenarios and scenes and subjects and positions to put yourself in and lighting, and it's just a good place to practice.
I think it's nice to be respectful too. Like for me, if we're out taking photos, there's a chance they could end up in the magazine. So I really try not to, have any children like full on, or something that's unflattering, somebody's not gonna like if it ends up, being shared.
The other thing to think about too with festival season is that there's always going to be new food. So being able to get food plays well on Instagram, it plays well online. You can get some really cool shots of that. There's always going to be different stuff that you're probably not going to get any other time of the year. Festival food is a real thing. You get a lot of deep fried stuff a lot of the time, but that kind of stuff lends itself to fun photos or getting people eating, or bring a friend with you so that you can show them enjoying food rather than just taking pictures of it on a tabletop or what have you. I mean, same thing with drinks and all that.
I hope no one ever captures a picture of me.
That's going to be my goal
Same.
now.
It ends up all over the shirt. It's like on my forehead. It's terrible.
I'll get you with like melting ice cream.
I know.
Or trying to eat like one of these. Sometimes there are things that like are apps, and it is impossible to just eat in one bite. You'll find me turning around eating that thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be caught with like a big old skewer or something.
I know, yeah. Like sometimes it's like
Yeah.
not happening.
Yeah.
So either way, there's a lot of opportunities in the festival season and the summer season to take photos, to try new things, and also to make sure you hashtag everything Hey Rhody Photos. That way maybe we find it, you can use it in one of our magazines.
I'll be like, oh my God, no. That's on festivals.
Ew.
Exactly.
Ew.
Ow.
Exactly. I know, I don't know what the hell.